So as you can see on my screen, Mohit, today we will discuss what is this Maven in Selenium. Okay, so can you please put yourself on mute? Okay, so first of all, as you can see, this is one simple definition that Maven is a powerful project management tool that is based on the you can see this file pom.xml is one file. Let me write it here. This is the heart of the Maven, right? So without this file, Maven is nothing. This is the main file. So here again definition, Maven is a powerful project management tool, which means that it will help you to build your project and also help to manage your project in a better way. So if you this is the definition, but if I ask how Maven will help you to uh, manage your project and build your project. Okay, so these are the 4 points you can tell to the interviewer that how it can help us in managing and building our project. So if you see the first point helps in maintaining the common, if I say project after that, that will be better, project structure across the organization. So what do I mean by that? So if I come, okay, so suppose there is one organization and in that organization many people work on different project, or you can say the many sub sub team will work on different projects. So if I want that all the teams should follow the same project structure, so project structure in the sense, suppose one team uses package, and inside that package they use the class. But suppose one of the other team uses one team don't use package, so don't use package, and they created the class in their project. So likewise there can be n number of combination that team uses. So what I'm saying, in these project in their project, so different team will use different combination. So if I type this, let me open the Chrome browser, let me show you something what I mean this by this project structure. If I write Maven in 5 minutes, okay, so this is the official documentation provided by the Maven guys. So if you come here, then this is the one. So this is the, suppose this is the structure provided by the Maven. So in this structure, so Maven will do that for you. You do not have to right click and create the project and inside that create the class. So Maven will just give you one, you can say, structure, common structure that can be followed by all the teams inside the organization, and they can use that structure. Suppose this is the structure in their project, so you can see that this is one structure here. In this test Java, you can write your test case. Okay, so this is the test case, and suppose this is also main class. Okay, in this main Java com, you can write some kind of files like whatever the data you are using in this in these test case, you can provide that data here. So this is how Maven will provide you one common structure that can be followed by every team in the organization. So as of now, I think that it might not be very clear to you, but when we will discuss that in Eclipse, so I will come to this structure again. Okay, then it will be clear. Okay, so this is the first point, and second is this central repository to get the dependencies. So what I mean here is, so as of now, how, suppose if I open the one Eclipse, let me show you. If I Let me make one new folder. So let us say I will name Maven, as we are discussing Maven. So Maven demo class, anything you can give. So this is my project name. So if I open my Eclipse, so as of now, when you are dealing with the Selenium, so if you have to write Selenium code, so in the very first lecture, okay, so I hope you attended that. So in that we have told that if you have to use any Selenium code, first you have to get the Selenium dependency. You have to get a Selenium dependency, then only you can write the Eclipse code. You can write the Selenium code. Otherwise your Eclipse IDE will not recognize your Selenium code. So how we did that? So I go here, so like that, Selenium. You can see jar download. So okay, from here I will go and then I will where it is. So you can see this. So this is one jar. Okay, no, this is not the one. Let me come. Yeah, so this is the jar. So how we have done previously, just click this file. So one file will be downloaded, and after that let me open the Eclipse. What we have used to do, we just provide that file jar into our project. So this is the way, I hope you remember, Mohit, right? We have done.
Yes, yes,
So,
right.
so this is one thing, but the problem is there. Suppose you want to give that project to some other person. So what will happen? Let me, okay, why Eclipse is not opening? So this is our project folder, Maven demo class. So what I was saying, suppose let me click on browse and open a new project. So I think it is here. I think, yeah, this is the our project. So select it and click on launch. So what I was saying earlier, you just provide whatever the file you get. So I think here it is. So once this file will be downloaded, you will extract this file. Okay, so let us wait for that file to finish. So click on workbench. So as of now, this is one fresh project. So I am not getting any kind of, you can say, project name here. So what I am trying to say, let us, why this file is not downloading. So anyways, I wanted to say that suppose here you have one Java project. So if I create it, so create that Java project. So suppose I will name it as demo, and after that click on finish. So it will also create it. That will create one project. So if I want to write any class here, so I will be first make the class, and then inside that class, if I have to write my Selenium code, so before that I have to just place these, you can say, Selenium jar as we have done earlier in our project. So if I click this file and I will try to extract the file, click extract all, and then you will going to get the Selenium jar. So this is the general way, and it will work fine as well. So I will right click my project and come to properties. I will say Java build path. So here in the libraries tab, I will click this, and from this I will just going to get the, I think this is the one. Okay, so this is how I will copy this, and I will copy all the five things. So if I copy this, just like suppose I am telling you, so you can see if I give that will work fine. But if I say apply and close, and suppose if I give this project demo project to some other person, okay, so what will happen? You will see that uh, this directory is different for every person. So if that person tries to run that, then he will not going to find these file, because these kind of files are coming from my local directory. So what will happen? He have to again come to class path and just download the Selenium jars and paste it here. So likewise, if there are 100% working on that project, so all those 100% have to uh, incorporate these jar file in their directory. But with the help of Maven, what will happen? We will, if I click this my document, but what will happen if I use Maven to create a project? So it acts as a central repository to get the dependencies, and if I say to get all the jars, so how, let me open one website. Okay, so then you will understand. So there is one website which is called Maven repository. So here if I click this, so suppose if I have to work on Selenium, so I will search, I have to work on Selenium, and in what language I am using Selenium with Java. So Selenium Java is the language, and if I click this Selenium Java, so here what is this? Click here. So let me open this version. You can go with the latest one as well, but let me go with this one. So if I click this, So when you will create one Maven project, you have to place this file. Okay, this file will pull all the jars file automatically. So you do not have to every time right click the project and place it. Okay, so Maven will do that for you. So this is one advantage we can get. So likewise, if you give that project to some other person, then with the help of this line, automatically all the jars will be pulled, and he do not have to click on right click on the project and place the dependency one by one. So this is one benefit we can get from the Maven. And there is one more thing, which is Maven helps us to integrate with the Jenkins tool. So as of now we do not have discussed, but there is one tool. Okay, if you want to trigger your 100 test cases every time, like suppose when you come to the office, but you want that before you come to the office, automatically your test case, suppose you have 100 test case, all those 100 test case should trigger automatically without clicking anything. So with the help of this tool you can achieve, and Maven will help us to connect to this tool, you can say. Okay, so this is one benefit. And the last one is also going to be very important. You can also work with the TestNG. So whatever the so here one more thing I would like to make you clear. TestNG topic is still not finished. Okay, so when then we'll discuss this topic with you. As of now he was not well, as I hope you all know that he is not well, so I am just taking this lecture. Here we are just dealing with Maven, and once Maven topic will finish, from the next week again TestNG topic will start. Okay, but here we are just focusing on Maven. So if you want to work with TestNG, then by creating the Maven, by using the Maven, you can also work with the TestNG inside Maven. Okay, so this is one benefit you can get. So these are the, you can say, the many benefits you can say. So after that, let us see first how to start working with Maven. So to work with that, first of all we have to install that Maven in our system. So how you can do that? So this is the link. Okay, so if I do not want to copy the link, just write, come here, write Maven download. So if you hit enter, and this is the first link. After that, click here. Okay, so go with this one, binary zip archive. So this, just click this, it is a zip file, and click this. So once you click this, a file will going to download. And after that, what is the next step? Once we download this Maven, set the paths just like we set the path of Java. Okay, so one more thing, to work with Maven, Java should be, you can say, should be installed. I hope you all know how to install the Java and set the path of Java in your system. So installed in the system. So this is one thing. Okay. So let us wait for that file to download. So it is still downloading, you can see. So what we will do, just I will open this and set the path where this uh, Maven is present in my system variable. So how to reach to the system variable? Right click this, and come to property. After that, click on advanced system setting, just like we did it for setting the Java path. Click on this environment variable, and here so you can see that this is my Java, where my Java is present. Okay, so just like that. So I think file is finished downloading. So open the Chrome, I think it is here. Yeah, so file is finished downloading, and after that, once you extract this, okay, so extract. So you will find all the necessary files which are required for working with Maven here. So I think it is finished, and after that, I think this is the one. So here, if you open this folder, you will find something like this. So first you have to copy this path. Okay, copy this path and provide it here. How we can, just click on new and provide the path till here. And suppose I will say Maven. So here you can say, for the first time when you will do, you can do like that. But you see that I am already having that in my machine. So I am again not going to click OK. Once you will click OK, you will find this one here. Okay, so this is where my Maven is installed. And after that, come to path, double click the path. Okay, after that, here as well you have to provide one path. So if you come to this, click this bin, open this and copy this path till here, and after that in the path as well, uh, double click this. Okay, so just paste it. Okay, so as you can see that I am already having it. You can see on the top of it I am already having it. So after that you have to press OK, but I will now press cancel because I am already having it. So these are the two things you have to do, and after that click on OK. So once you have done with that, let us check whether the Maven is successfully installed or not. For that, there is one command, simple command, which is you can use, which is if I type mvn, which is Maven hyphen hyphen version, so that will give you the Maven version which my system is having. So you can see this is the 3.6.3 version. If you see something like this, which means Maven is successfully installed on your machine. So is it clear to everyone how you have to set up the Maven first? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mohit. So after that, so this is the one thing, and let us see some terminologies of Maven. So if I come here, okay, I think let me open it in another browser. So if I say Maven repository, so here is the, you can treat the repository, this repository as a library. So in the library you will find all kind of books. So here in this repository as well, whatever the jars you required for your Selenium project, you can get it from here. Okay, so if I say type Selenium Java, Selenium Java, so if I click this, so we are interested, so you can choose any version, but I will suggest to go with this one, or you can go with this one. Okay, it's up to you. So let me choose this, and so this is the file which we are interested in. So if I see what is this group ID, so if I come to this group ID is just like your project. So if I see what is this group ID, let me, I think I can copy. Yeah, let me copy this. Okay, I think I am not able to okay, copy this. So what is this group ID is, let me place this here. Okay, so what is this group ID tag? It is just like your project name. So Maven will, okay, so as of now understand till here, it is just like your project name. So likewise, if I tell you here can be many projects can be present. So if you want to work with the mobile automation, so there is one tool which is called Appium. I hope many of you heard of it. So there is one tool if you want to work with the Appium, then what you have to do, you have to get the Appium jar. So if I'm using the language Java, so if I write, okay, so this is, okay, so this is the one. Okay, so if I open this, so likewise there can be many projects for Appium. It is having some different kind of file. So here again, how will Maven recognize you that you want to use this project jar? So this is the project name. Okay, so likewise this is also one of my unique project name, you can say. So group ID is the project name, and what is this artifact ID? So see here again, what is the artifact ID? It is just a file. It is a file that is usually jar file. Okay, so earlier we used to uh, just provide the jar files from our local system, but now we will uh, take the help of Maven, and we will going to get all the jars. Okay, so it is just a jar file that gets deployed to your project, and you can use them. You can use them accordingly. So this is the jar file, and if I come here again, what is the jar file here? Selenium-java. So what will happen when we will provide this file in our Maven project? So first of all, automatically Maven will come here and it will identify. So it will check, okay, so this person has to work with the Selenium project, and after that he will see that what kind of jar file it will require. It will understand that that person is working in the Java language, and he wants all the jar files of Selenium-java. He wants all the jar files of Selenium. So this is how, and this is the version. You can see it is straightforward. So likewise there are many versions. So this is the file, and after that let us see one more thing. So if I come here, so let us first try to see how we can make our Maven project. Okay, so just right click. Okay, not right click is, I think, create this, click create a project, and this time come to this Maven, click this Maven project. Okay, and after that click on next. Okay, after that click on next again. Okay, so there are, you can see there are many number of you can say type of the Maven, or you can say the architecture type of Maven, but we will go with this one. Okay, so this is the, for the testing purpose, this is preferred quick start template. So this is one template for Maven. Select this and click on next, and after that it will ask you for the group ID and the artifact ID. So here group ID can be your project name. So suppose if I type uh, suppose this is my main project, so if I write main project module, okay, something like this, any name you can give. This is my main project module, and whatever the name you will, so suppose inside that main project module I have multiple projects. So one of the project is uh, demo, or I will write, so what I'm trying to say, demo Maven. So this is the main project. Okay, inside that project I am one having sub project which is called demo Maven. So once you do like that, so whatever the package name, it will be group id dot artifact id. So you can also change this if you want to your package name to be like that. So remove this. Okay, then it will not be an issue. So anyways, let us go with this one as well as of now. So once you have provided the group id and artifact id, so one more thing here is that whatever the name you will provide here, okay, it will reflect on the left hand side. So when I click finish, so you will see that your project name will be this. So this is your Maven project. Okay, so if I open this, I think it is still creating, so let us wait for that to finish. Otherwise we will not get going to get all the folders. So 99%, and then I think it is finished. Yeah, after that if I open this, so you can see that it has provided us one simple, you can say, architecture, like you can see. So this is one template provided by the Maven here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, let me come to this part again. Maven in 5 minutes. So here you can see this is the directory it has provided. So you can see in the test Java we will write our test case. If I open this, so source test Java, here what I will do, I will write my test case here in this file. Okay, and here we will use I think project object model is not uh, discussed yet. So once that page object model, so whatever the files related to the page object model, and whatever that, suppose I am writing one test case in this file app test, so whatever the data test case this test case will require, I will put in the source main Java, right? So this is how Maven has provided you one neat structure. And after that, so this is the pom.xml file, and this is the main part of the Maven. So if I open this, and here in this file only whatever the dependency which we required. So if I want to get the Selenium jar, so I can get it from here. Copy this. Yeah. So if I want to work with Selenium, okay, I want to work with Selenium. So copy this file and place it in this. So you can see dependencies, right? So whatever the, so I want Selenium dependencies, so by default it is providing with this one. Okay, so anyways, you, if you want to remove, you can remove that, but anyways let me not remove it. So if I provide control V, so as of now you can see, if I, okay, one more thing I would like to tell you. Okay, so let us first go with this. So if I expand this Maven dependency, here you will see only one file is present, which is the, I think, which is this file. Okay, you can see. But when I place this dependency, I want to use all the Selenium dependency. Okay, and after providing, press Control and save, Control S. But after that, you will see it will automatically download all the files and place it. Whatever the dependency which we require, it has just downloaded this all the dependency. Okay, so that way you do not have to every time get all the dependency from the, you can say, from your local directory. So what will happen, if any other person will going to use our project, automatically it will pull the jar and place it here. So is it clear to everyone that how this, it is pulling the jar files which are required for that Selenium?
Yes.
Okay. So one more thing. So suppose if I am again going to, so suppose if I am making, if I open Eclipse again, okay, assume just I am opening one Eclipse IDE again. Inside that, let me create another project, and suppose this is the second project I have created, and again I have to use the Selenium dependency. So you might think that for the next project, if I place this Control V, you might think that this will download all the jars again, but that will not going to happen. So what will happen for the first time when you do this, that will download all the dependency related to this Selenium, and it will place it in your local machine. So where is the path that it will store? So if I open this, go here, I think it is here, users, Sumit, go ahead. So here is the path dot m2, right? So here is the path every time. So likewise, see, I have worked on many projects, like I have used MySQL as well. So whatever the jars it will get, it will just store it here every time. Okay, when it will get one new jar, and once for the second time when you provide like that, suppose this is my second project, if I provide again in the next project, first it will check, first it will come to your local directory here, sorry, not here, yeah, here, and it will check whether you are already having that Selenium jar. If you have, then it will not going to download it from this repository, where it is, it will not going to download from this repository here. Okay, it will just get all the jars from the from your local directory. So this is how it works. So is it clear to everyone that it will not going to download every time? Okay, so okay, so once we get the Selenium dependency, we can we can write our Selenium code here. So this is one thing. Okay, so let me do one thing, let me create some class. So here I have already told you whatever the test case you will write here, you will write all the test case here. Okay, so let me remove this file because we do not want it. I want to create my own class file. Let me create four classes. Okay, so see here, class. So let me name this as bike test. Okay, so this is one class, you can give any name. Okay, so just I will tell you, when you are working with Maven, and later on if you want to run your test case with the help of Maven, right? So it is mandatory that you provide test text here after each class name. So I will be telling you in a short while that what will happen if you do not provide test. Okay, so then you will understand why it is important to provide this test here at the end of every file. So after that, let me click on finish. So we have made one bike test case class, and let me create one more class. So I can name that class as car. Okay, car test. So this is one class. Again, I am writing test after the class name. Okay, so let me create two more classes. So suppose I want to create regression. So here in this test case, so this is my file name, class name, and whatever the regression test case I am having, I will place in that. And let me create one more class, and let us create one class which is having smoke test. So this class will going to have some small smoke test cases. So click on finish. Okay, after that let me write some test cases here. So please confirm that, I hope you know how to use at the rate test annotation. What I'm trying to say, in test ng, I think test annotation is completed. Is it fine or not? Please confirm.
Yes.
Yes. So here again I'm saying we will not discuss the test ng in depth, but we will just going to discuss with this one annotation which is already completed in the previous lecture. But to define our test case, I will be using. So one more thing, Mohit, again I am saying, so even if you are facing some kind of I think you were facing that test ng
Yes. Yes.
installation, so go with this. Okay, so because we are not going, so that Maven will help you easily. So here what I'm trying to use, inside once I've created the Maven project, I will define my test cases inside this class. So to define the test cases, I will use test ng. So let me create one test which is public void. Let me define the test case name as smoke. underscore test case. Okay, so okay, so as of now it is related to JUnit, right? But we have to work with TestNG. So as I've told you earlier, this time you do not, if you want to work with TestNG, you do not have to come like this and come to this, and then I think here you don't have to come to this, and then I think class path is here only. So okay, so I think Maven project is not showing class path. So anyways, when you will create a normal Java project, okay, you will find one class path here. But when we are working with Maven, you do not have to take the headache of placing the jar file from your local system. So what you can do to get the testng jar, just type a testng here. So test, so it is already suggesting me because I have searched it so many times. So click on search. So there is one dependency. If you want to work with testng annotation or anything related to testng, you can go with this latest version. Just copy this file. So you can see this file, this is the version. So once you will copy this again, and I will place it here. So as of now you will see no testng file is present here, jar file. Okay, so these are all the jar file, but related to testng you will not find it here. And once I will place this here, copy this, and you can place it inside dependencies tag. Okay, you can place it on the top of or below, no issue. Paste it and press Ctrl and save. So it will say building workspace, which means it will first check my local directory. If in my local directory it will find testng jar, then it will not going to download it again. Okay, otherwise it will download. So whatever the case may be, I think it has pulled all the jar file related to testng. You can see I think the size has now increased. Okay, so I think so whatever the jar, okay, so it has just you can see testng jar. Earlier you this jar is not present, and after that if you try to import the package, I think we are not getting the import statement here. So if I place my mouse, you can say import test. Earlier we are getting only these two options below option. So you can see it is this test is related to testng. So click on import. So this way you can place the jar. Okay, you can just place that 4 lines, and Maven will do pull out all the jars for you. So let me define one more. So let me write smoke first. Okay, so test case. So I am saying this so that once our test case will execute, we will be sure that our smoke test case is executed. So let me create one more test here in this class. So let me write that name as smoke test case 1, and this is second test case, and this is my first test case. So I will write smoke second test case executed. Okay, likewise in the other classes as well. So this is my regression one. So let me copy this, and in the regression test case regression class we will have regression test case. So again I will use @test annotation, and will create two more test case. So here I will write a regression test case first, and I will write a regression first test case executed. Again here I will write regression test case 2. So rename this to regression, and I will write regression second test case executed. So let me write it as regression. Okay, regression, yeah. After that let me define one test case here. Okay, we will define only one. It's up to you how many test cases you have to define. So I will just say car test case. So here I will defining only one test case. I will write car test case executed. So once this test case will execute, you will going to see this output. Okay, and inside this bike, I will again write one test case, which is bike test case, bike hyphen tc. So okay, I think let me write bike here, bike test case executed, bike. So I think we have created 4 classes, and inside that here I am having one test case, which is bike test case, and inside that car test case I have one car test case. So this is my test case. Inside this regression class I am having two test case. So this is my first test case, and this is my second one. Okay, so I think it is clear. Okay, so likewise if you want to use testng, right click, run as. You can see, so you are going to get this inside Maven, right? So just click this and it will run this file for you. So we can easily use testng feature inside the Maven. So this is one powerful feature of Maven. So if you let us see what is the output. So you can see so test run one failure, you can say, you can see byte test case executed. So this is the output it is printing with the help of this one, and you can see it is saying passed. So as of now, okay, just I'm saying that you can use testng, sorry, yeah, testng in your Maven. So we will not discuss much of testng because we are more interested about Maven. So this is how you can use testng feature, and likewise you can trigger all the file. Okay, so after that what I have to do, I have to run my Maven test case. So let me open command prompt. Okay, so okay, so first of all, before running your Maven test case from this command prompt, let us first see where our project is located. Click on property. So I think it is here. No, sorry, here in the resource. So this is the project path. Copy the path, okay, and place it in the command prompt and change the directory. So let us first come to the C directory. Then only I think we can change. So cd dot dot cd dot dot, and we came here. I am just clearing the screen with the help of clear screen command. After that, change the directory to this. So we came to our project path. So this is our project path. Okay, after that, let me clear the screen again. Okay, so before running our test case, okay, so there is one plugin. Let me write it here. So this is, I think we have already discussed. Okay, so we will discuss them shortly. Okay, so before that, before running, if you want to run Maven commands, or you can say Maven test case from CMD command prompt, then use Maven Surefire plugin. So this is one plugin that will help us to trigger our test case. Okay, so one more thing, if you, okay, so let me come here, let me write it anyways. If you want to run your Maven test case from the CMD, then use the Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, so this plugin will help us to trigger our test case. So let us first get this plugin. Okay, how we are going to get this plugin, and then after getting the plugin, again you have to place it in the pom.xml file. Place it in pom.xml. Okay, so here this is the main file. You have to place this plugin here. So if you want to get the plugin, come to Chrome, just type Maven plugin name, Maven Surefire plugin. So this is the one. After that, okay, open that first link. So if I come to this, okay, so come to usage, this third one. Okay, after goals, click this usage part, and here it is. So this is the plugin. Okay, that from here to here. Okay, you have to copy this plugin from here to here. Copy this and just place it here. So come to pom.xml file, and wherever you will find this dependencies tag. Okay, so you can see this is dependency and this is dependencies. So this is the parent tag, and inside that parent you will find n number of dependency you can put. Okay, so inside that parent dependencies tag you can put your, you can say, this is the plugin. Okay, after putting, just press Ctrl and save. So this plugin will going to be uh, okay, so we get this plugin in our project. So now with the help of this plugin, we will run our test case. So before running the test case, if I come to this, yeah, so these are the three basic command. Okay, these are the three Maven common command. So what is this command? As you can see from the name itself, the Maven clean plugin, as the name implies, it attempts to clean the files and the directories generated by the Maven during its build. So what will happen when you, suppose you have run your project, or you can say you have run all the test cases present in Maven for the first time. After that, suppose it will just generate some kind of folders. Okay, I will be showing you those folder in a short while. So after that, when I will run, suppose again, if I want that, if I do not want that old files to be present in my project, then write I will first execute this command so that all the previous file which Mimik generated will be cleaned. Okay, after that there is one command which is compile, so that it will just compile your code. and this is the main command that will help you. You can see it will trigger the test case. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So after that, let us see these command one by one. Okay, so this is the first command. So let me. So again, I am saying before running any command, first come to the project level. So this is my project path. Okay, where it is. So this is the project path. I have placed it here and changed the directory. After that, right. So what is the folder it will going to delete? Okay, so let us see. Note for the first time. Just write this Maven clean. Hit enter. So it will delete one path folder. Who wants to join? Okay, no one wants to join anyway. So what I'm saying, when you have just run this command, so it is saying deleting. Okay, so as of now, let us. So I think it has already deleted. So let us first go to our path. So I think, yeah, I think it is here. Okay, so let me copy the path again. So let us first go to that path, and then we will be able to see what is the project. Sorry, what is the folder it is deleting, right? Every time. So copy this and paste it here. Hit enter. So okay, so I think it has deleted one target folder. You can see. After that, this is the folder it is deleted. Okay, so this is the reason you are not seeing it here. So after that, you have to run one more command which is called maven compile. That will compile whether you do not have any kind of issues in your code. Okay, syntax error is not present. Okay, so what it will compile? It will compile all the 5 class. Okay, I have, sorry, we have only 4 class. It will compile whether you do not have any kind of error. Okay, so this it will do. So hit enter, and after that maybe you will going to get one error. Let us see. Okay, so this is one common error. Okay, so I think again you got the error, no issue. So this is one common error which many people get. Okay, so what it is saying, source option 5 is no longer supported, use 7 or later. Okay, you can see. So for the source one it is saying something, 5 is no longer supported. So there is some version issue here. So how we can deal with that? I think let us first come to Eclipse. So if I right click my project, so I want to show you something. So what is the error? If I come to resource, I think, no, not resource, I think it is here. Yeah, so it is saying 1.5. So this is the what it is saying. By default, what will happen? There is one Maven compiler that will going to use this 1.5 version of JDK, you can say. Okay, so it will use this, but what happened? Nowadays, the Maven is not the people who have used designed Maven. It is saying that this version is getting older and it is not supported by the Maven. But here by default, it will come here and use this 1.5 version. So what will happen? Our test case is failed. So what I will do, I will tell my Maven compiler, right? I will tell my Maven compiler to use the version which is having 7 or later version. How we can do that? So for that you have to just provide 2 lines code in this file. So I have already having the code here, I think. So if I open this, okay, so just place this. So this is the, see, I have already written it here. Tell your Maven compiler to use 1.8 version. So copy this path, sorry, not path, copy this text and just place it in your XML. So you can, okay, so remove this and just paste it. Okay, so this is the same properties tag. Okay, so tag will be the same, but here I will just writing these 2 extra lines. So what these, so press control and save. So what will happen after that? Maven will going to use version 8. So what is this source and the target? So source 1.8. So let me write it here. What is this? What is the meaning of this? If I write source 1.8, what I am saying here, if you want to use Java 8 features, just provide this. So what will happen? That compiler will going to use all the Java 8 feature, right? Right? Uh, just provide this line. So this is the line it is telling. Okay, so here I have already told my compiler to use version 8. Okay, and after that, what is this second one, target? So target 1.8, what that mean? So if I let me write it in another line, target 1.8, by providing like this, we are making sure that our four classes, we have only four classes in our project, as you can see in the Eclipse. Okay, so if I want our classes to be compatible with JVM 1.8, so I'm just telling that whatever the table with Java Virtual Machine 1.8, right? So that virtual machine will going to provide the environment so that our test case can execute. So here in the target one, I am saying that I want all my four classes. So what are those four classes? These are all the four classes. I am just saying that if I want all these four classes to be compatible with JVM 1.8, so this is the reason I provided this line here. So once you will provide like line like this, that time Maven will not going to use this one. This 1.5 version will not going to use, right? So I think we are getting error. Save it. Yes, so error is still here. What is the error? It is okay. Let me put Control Z earlier because we are not getting that error. So okay, I hope it gone. Okay, so let me put that file again. I think it is here. So copy this. Okay, put it here. Remove this first and then okay. So I think error is gone. Okay, fine. So what happened? Okay, so are you able to understand that why we are providing this? And because it is not support, earlier versions are not supported. Is it clear?
Yes, so if we are already using 1.8, then it will not give any error. Huh?
Sorry.
If we are
Yeah,
already
yeah.
using
If you have JDK 1.8, then also you can do like that. Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay. So but this is the most general way people use. Okay, so even if you try to see their documentation as well, they have told that this is the best way to do. Okay, otherwise you can have that other version as well, JDK 1.8 here. Okay, so after that, what I will do, let us try to, so okay, let us first see. I think it is one target folder. You can see this is the folder when we uh, try to run our Maven project. Okay, so if I want that this folder, uh, all the previous files when we have done, when we have tried to run, you can see. Okay, so let us first run it, then we will delete with the help of clean. So if I provide like that, what will happen? Whatever the file, four files we have here, and whatever the test case you have defined in these four file, okay, in this four file, right, you will going to get this. Okay, you will, so let us try to run this test case. If I provide like that, maven test, okay, I should have done compile. So one more thing, if you provide maven test, then also it will compile. Okay, you do not have to provide maven compile every time. So you can see compiling one resource, so it is also compiling at the same time. After that it will run our test case. So let us see. So it is also making use of this plugin which we have incorporated in our pom.xml file. So I think it is taking some longer time. Okay, I think I should restart my CMD again because it it is taking much time. Okay, so let me copy the path. I think this is the path. Yeah. Okay, so I think it is done. You can see total run 6. So total number of test cases which we are having in our class is 6. Why? 1 here, second here, third here, fourth, and 2 here. So it has executed all the test case, and whatever the test case output it has executed, you can see here bike, car, regression, and smoke test case was executed, right? So with the help of Maven test command, you can run all the test cases. Okay, so here suppose I have made one change here, so all the test cases are executed. Yes, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3, yeah, fine. So what I'm trying to say, suppose if I made one change here, I will write test demo, anything, okay, anything in the output, but I want when I will run second time, so these are the file, this is the folder it has generated, but I want first I will have to clean all the previous file. So this is the folder it has created, okay, when we have run our test case for the first time. If I want not to uh, include this for the second time in our project, what I will do, I will first write the command maven clean. So maven clean, what it will do, you will see, if I hit enter and if I place my mouse here, you will see that this folder is going to be disappeared, it will be deleted from this, you can see. So it has maven clean command has just deleted all the previous files which we got, and after that if I want to run again, then what I will do, it's your choice if you have to provide maven compile again or not, okay, but when you provide maven test it will also compile. So let us try to go one by one here this time. So if I compile it, so just it will compile all the class which we have in our project. So you can see changes detected because I have just provided demo in my println statement, okay. After that you can run maven test again. So okay, let us run. So you can see I think it has already finished. You can see it has run all my test case. Total count 6, okay. Test run 6, all are passed. Error 0, failure 0, so all are passed, and this is the output. Okay, so one more thing, I have told you in the beginning that I am providing test at the end of every file, you can see. But if I do not provide, suppose if I come create one class, okay, let me do it here, let me rename this to bike. I will not provide a test at the end of this. So I think it is here, reflector, where it is here, reflector, and rename. Let me rename this to bike only, okay. I will not provide test. So let us see what will happen this time. So save this, okay. So this file is saved, and after that let me run it again. So let us see what will happen. You can see total run 5. This time it has not executed one test case, and you can see that bike test case output is not present here. So why this happened is because you have not provided test. So what I mean to say that if you are working with maven and you want to trigger all your test case with the help of maven, so maven will not recognize your class if you do not provide test at the end of that file, okay. So this is you have to keep in mind while creating the class and working with maven. If you do not provide a test at the end, so if I provide test this time, then it will run. We will see. Click on finish, save it again, and this time if I say maven test, okay, so that will run all my test case. So is it clear to everyone? Okay, so I think it will run, you can see. So what is the first command we have discussed? Let me write command one by one because we are going to see many commands after that. Okay, so this is the main command, right? Maven test is the main command which will help us to trigger our test case, right? So this is the main command. Okay, so suppose we are able to trigger every test case present in our package, but suppose your client came and he told you that I want to run only this test case, car test case, okay, but I do not want to run the remaining, then how will you do that? So there is one command which is, let me first write it here, okay, then I can share that in the classroom. So this is the command d test. So this is the command. If you want to trigger any one test case, just write the class name here. Okay, so this is the whatever the name, and after that write test. So this is the command you will use if you want to trigger only one test case. So how I will do, come to command prompt and just write maven hyphen. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me first clear the screen. Okay, then it will be more visible. Maven hyphen d test equals to what is the class. So let us try it. If I want to run smoke test case, so I will write this class name which is smoke test. So equals to smoke test, and after that I will write test. Okay, so that will only trigger smoke test case. So see here, it will just going to run only particular test case which is smoke test case present inside the smoke test case class. So it will run. You can see test run 2 and only the smoke test case output is printed. Likewise, if you want to run regression test case, suppose if I want to run car test case, okay, so I think we have only one test case. So if I want to run this, how I will do? Let me clear the screen first. CLS maven hyphen d test equals to. So what is the class name this time? Car test. So provide that class name here, and after that write test. Test. Hit enter. This time it will run only one test case because this class only have one test case. So let us wait for that to finish. Okay, so this is the till now until it will execute. Let me write it here. So okay, so to execute, let me write like that. To execute one test case or more than one. Okay, so let us say more than one as well. One test case simultaneously. You can see you can do like that. Okay, so here I have already provided. I have only I am only running only one test case, but how? So I think it has already. So let us do one thing. Let me close my this command prompt again. It is taking more time. I don't know why. So okay, so I think it has started. No issue. So this time it will run only car test case. You can see tests, and then after car test case executed. So this is how you can run. Suppose if you have 100 test case here, client told you only run that class which are having car test. So you can do like that. Okay. So likewise, suppose client come again and told you from the 4 test case, I want to run bike and car at a time. Okay, bike and car at a time. How you can do? Just provide in this command. So this is the class name 1 comma class name 2, like that. If you provide, then it will going to invoke those two class and the test case present inside the class. So this is my class name 2. So if I want to run regression and smoke test case, suppose at a time. Okay, so regression and smoke test case if I want to run, come to command prompt. So let me clear the screen again. Write maven hyphen d test equals to smoke. This is one class, comma, provide the second class name as well, which is regression test. That way, after that write test. If I hit enter, okay, it will going to run smoke and regression classes, and once that class going to execute, we will see our all the 4 test case, 2 for smoke and 2 for regression. You can see. So regression test case also executed, and that smoke test case also executed, right? So you can likewise, if client come and says, I want to run these 3 test cases except the last one, just provide one more command, provide the name here. Okay, in this command provide, you can provide class name 3 after putting comma. So is it clear to everyone? If you want to execute any number of test cases like that, you can do this as well. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I am writing all the commands here so that later I can share that in the classroom. So okay, so one more thing, this is fine, but suppose if you are having, I think it is here, yeah. suppose let me first do one thing. Let me convert this project, this whole project into the test ng XML, right? So how to do that, I hope you know. Just right click on the project. I want one test ng XML because I do not want to. Okay, so I will write convert to test ng. So why I am doing this? Okay, so suppose I am having one test ng XML. So if I invoke this XML, so the main purpose of this XML is that suppose you are having 100 test case here, right? So instead of running test case one by one, I will just provide one testng.xml. Okay, inside that XML, this is the class, classes, parent classes, and inside that we have four classes. So once if I want to, if I show you like this in the testng, how you do run as, if I do like that, what will happen? All the four classes which are present here will execute. So see here, and you are going to see the output in your Eclipse. You can see. So it has executed all the four classes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I think we have only 3. Okay, so total we have 6. Total run 6, passes 6, failure 0. So this is the more of testng, right? So if you want to work with testng, you can develop one Maven project and then just provide the dependency of testng in the pom.xml file, and just if you want to work with the testng.xml as well, you can provide it like that. So one more thing, if I want to uh, as of now, I just what I did, right click and run as this. But if I want to execute this testng.xml with the help of Maven command, then how we can do? Okay, so this plugin, I think we have placed it here. So this is the Surefire plugin. Okay, so this plugin will help us to trigger this testng.xml file. Okay, how? So let us see, come to their official documentation again. So all the information you can get from their official documentation here. Okay, so whatever I have learned, I have first gone through their documentation, then whatever the things they have defined. So I just got the idea from here only. So they have provided, if you want to use testng with the Maven, then how you can do? Come to this. So this is if you want to use the run the XML file. Okay, so this is our plugin. Okay, this is our plugin. Inside that, from here to here, right after that version tag 3.0.0 is our version. Copy this 4 line, 5 line, and place it here, and come to pom.xml file and just place after that version tag, right? Place it here and press Ctrl and save. So what will happen? So earlier what happened, when I am writing Maven test, okay, Maven test, earlier when I was writing this command, it is triggering our all the 5 test cases, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 classes, inside that we have test cases. So it has triggered all the 4 classes. But once I will provide like this, what will happen? Maven will come to this file again, but this time it will find this. So it will say, okay, I want to run testng XML file, not all the 4 test cases. Okay, this time. So if I press Ctrl and save, so why we are getting error again? Let me do one thing, Ctrl Z. Okay, so error gone. Why we are getting error again and again? Don't know. Let me copy it again. So from here to here, copy this. Okay, place it here. Control save. Okay, I think we will not get. Okay, so error gone. So again, when I will provide this command, Maven test. Okay, it will first come to this plugin. Okay, because with the help of this plugin only, we are going to run our test. So it will find this configuration tag. So it will identify that I have to run this testng XML file this time, not all the 4 test cases. So, but even if I run, so let us say if I run this time, so what is the output? Okay, I have not hit the enter, so now it will invoke info and then whatever it will do. After that, you will see testng file will execute. But here you will going to see this all the 4 test cases are executed. I hope you are able to see all the 4 classes. So bike, car, and 2 smoke test case and 2 regression test case. Why we are getting the same output? Because the test.ng XML is having all the 4 classes, right? So you are not seeing any difference. But once I will do like that, suppose if I want to run only bike and then smoke, okay, this time you will see the difference, okay. So bike and the smoke test case will execute if I provide maven test again. So let me clear the screen. If I write maven test, this time you will see bike and smoke test case will execute, which is nothing but the test cases inside our test.ng XML. You can see 3 test case executed. First one is bike and the rest are test cases, smoke test case. So is it clear to everyone that this time it has just triggered test.ng XML? Likewise, if I remove this as well, right? What will happen again? This time it will run only one because test.ng XML will have only one test case. So hit maven test again command and it has again started to run. Okay, so you can see test run 1, which is the only bike test. Why? Because test.ng XML will contain only this. So is it clear to everyone? Mohit, is it clear everyone?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, okay, so one more thing, and suppose let me create one more test.ng XML file. Okay, so let me rename this file to smoke. Where we have to rename, we can rename it from here. Okay, refactor rename. I will write smoke. So this is my smoke test.ng XML. Inside this XML, what I'm saying, I am having all the smoke test case. So as of now, I am having one class. So I will write to insert instead of this one smoke test. Okay, so this is the class. What I'm saying, inside this smoke test.ng XML, I am having one class, which is this one. Okay, which is this one class. So once if I want to trigger this XML, then only smoke test case should execute. So likewise, if I am having suppose one more test.ng XML, copy this only. Okay, copy this and paste it here. Control V, save it, no issue. So I will name that second XML as regression. That will contain this XML will contain all the regression test case. Test.ng you can say, okay. So if I provide like that, so regression, this is the one, right? Here in this XML I am defining all my regression test case. So regression test cases are present inside this class. So here instead of writing smoke, I will just write regression. So each time when either of these two XML will trigger, okay, so that particular test case will also going to trigger. Okay, so you can have n number of classes here, okay, that will contain regression test case, but for the understanding purpose I am just showing you with the one. Okay, so save it. Okay, so suppose you have many test cases inside that. Suppose you have 100 test cases, 100 class file, like that 100 class file, and clients came to you and told you I want to run only regression test case. Okay, what I'm saying, client will come and say to you I want to run only this test.ng XML which will have all the regression test case. So okay, you will say okay and then come to that here and just rename the file. So if I say regression, what is our actual file name, regression and hyphen test ng. So that what it will do, again if I going to trigger this XML, so this XML will be triggered and our all the regression test case will execute. So see how we will test and this time regression test case will execute, which is fine. So you have you just achieved the target whatever the client have provided. Client asked to trigger only regression test case, so just you provided the test.ng XML file. Okay, but suppose client again come to you and come say to you that I want to run only smoke test case test.ng XML file. So will you going to again come here and change the file name every time? So what do you think, that is it the good way to change the file name every time and come here? What do you think?
Probably we'll go with the regular expression or something.
No, here we will not use regular expression. I'm just saying that every time we do not have to change the file name. Okay, so suppose this time if you trigger this class will run, right? Because this will have the smoke test case. Again, client will come next day. It will say, I want to run only this. So every time you do not have to change this class name, right? Which is not a good thing to change the name here. So what I will do, I will use one concept to deal with this situation. To deal with this situation, I will use one concept which is called Maven profiling. So this is the concept which we are going to use. Okay, so you can use regular expression with the test engine, but here with the Maven there is one concept of profiling. Let me highlight this. Okay, so to do that, how we can achieve it? See, you will be understand. Come here. Okay, so to work with that, so this is the particular case. Okay, when client is changing his opinion every time that on the next day I have to run this and again I have to run this. So it is just changing. So you should have a hold. You should have some mechanism so that every time whatever the client will command you, you have to provide that command here and automatically out of these two, uh, any one of the file will trigger. So if I have to do that, so after before that, okay, so I will use the profiling concept on the top of this build tag. Okay, just write like that, you will be clear in a short while. Let me first write. So this is the profiles. Okay, I am creating multiple profile. So one profile will look this file and one profile will take care of this second file. So provide one profile. Okay, inside that parent profile there can be multiple profiles. This is my profile first, and if I say profiles again, so this is my second profile. So okay, inside that let me provide what is the, so if we are providing profile, so there should be one ID. By that we can identify our profile. So let me name that as regression. So this is my regression profile. Okay, inside this ID tag, what I will write, sorry, not inside that profile tag, because you can see ID tag is closed here. After that, this is the plugin which we are using till now. Copy this whole plugin from here to here. Cut this, okay, cut this, not copy, cut this and place it inside this and control V. Okay, so again we have created one profile, and here as this profile name is regression, I will provide this file name regression test ng. So instead of small regression, okay, save it, and after that, as you can see, I have created another profile. Okay, so this is closed here because you can see the slash, forward slash. This is my second profile. Let me provide the ID this time is okay. So inside that ID you can provide any name. Okay, it's up to you, but it should match. Okay, it should match whatever the function you want to perform. So here I want to trigger the smoke test case. I am writing the name here as smoke. Okay, after that, what you can do, yeah, so what I will do, copy this again plugin from here, build tag to build tag, copy this and just you can paste it here. ID smoke, I think, yeah, you can paste it here. And this time, what is, I want to run a smoke test case, so I will provide this file name, smoke hyphen test ng. So just change the file name to this. That's it you have to do. So what will happen? Every time when you try, when you will hit the command from that, from this command prompt, you will just tell the ID name. Okay. So what will happen? Suppose you provided the ID name as smoke. So Maven will come here, identify this ID name smoke, and then it will just execute this. That way your smoke test cases are executed. Again, for the second time, client came next day and he asked you to trigger this XML regression test engine. So you do not have to change anything in your code here, right? Just provide the ID name. So what is the ID name we have defined? This is the ID name. So just provide the ID name from the here, and automatically this whole portion will going to run, right? So when it will run, it will just trigger this XML at a time. So is it clear to everyone that how we can achieve the profiling concept? I will just show you the command after that. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So what is the command? Maven hyphen p. So that p stands for profile, right? P stands for profile, right? So I'm not writing it, okay, because this is not the command. So just P stands for profile, and after that, okay, so before that you have to write test hyphen P and provide the ID name here, ID name. Okay, so whatever be your ID name. So I'm just highlighting it. Okay, so whatever the ID name you will have every time, just provide that. So if I provide the same command, copy this. Okay, so I will not copy. Let me write it here only. First clear the screen. Maven test. So client came and told to me that I want to run smoke test case. So I will just trigger the test ng smoke XML. So what is the ID? You can see ID is smoke. What is this ID? You can see this is the ID, right? Smoke. Okay. So this name you have to provide uh, here, right? So once I will hit enter, you will see that it will going to only execute smoke test ng XML. So let us see as well. You can see smoke test case are the only test case which I have executed, right? Because I am using that profiling concept. So after that, we will come here, identify the ID and run only this part. Okay, you can see. So after that, let me do one thing as well. Okay, so after that as well, you can do one more thing. If you want to client again come to you and told I want to run only regression test case. So this time, what is the command? What is the ID we have provided? We have provided regression ID in our pom.xml file. Hit enter. This time it will going to run only smoke test case. You can see it has executed. You can see regression first test case executed and the second one. So is it clear to everyone? What is this profiling concept? You can switch between your test ng XML. Okay. So okay. So one more thing. This is the one we have done from the command prompt. Okay. Hold this thing whatever we are running. You can also do it from your Eclipse as well if you want to run these test cases from in the Eclipse itself. So to do that, there is one plugin you have to download. Okay. But many of the time you will see that command prompt is the mostly used. But if you want to run Maven uh, from that Eclipse, okay, just go here. Yeah, this is the one. So type here Maven Eclipse integration. So let us wait for that to finish. I think I am already having it. So this is the reason it is not showing. Okay. So once, okay, just type here Maven Eclipse. So I am already having it. This is the reason it is not showing. Okay. Hit enter. I think we can find it. You can see. Okay. So this is the one. So I have already installed it. Okay. So this is the you can say this you have to download first if you want to run your test cases from the Eclipse in Maven. Okay, so just install it. After that it will ask you to restart your Eclipse and then again open it. So this time after installation of this, so this is my pom.xml file. Right click, I think it is here. So you can see you also can run. This is the command Maven test. Okay, Maven clean. Okay, so let us only consider these two. But here the issue is it will trigger all the test case, which is fine. But if you have to provide some complex command like that, right, that Eclipse will not provided here. Okay, so better go with the command prompt, not with the Eclipse. You can just trigger all your test cases here as well. As you can see, if I expand that, you can see total runs just like the command prompt. It is providing us the output. Okay, Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the whatever we require from the Maven point of view, right? We have covered that, and even in that, when you will going to develop framework from the scratch, okay, here that as well you are going to use this Maven concept and profiling at all. Okay, so this is one thing. So let us see one more topic. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so whatever the ID name you will have, you can provide it here. So this covers the concept of Maven profiling. So let us see one more concept, which is okay. So let me write it here only. If you want to, suppose if you want to take a screenshot, okay, then how you are going to achieve in case of Selenium. So should I proceed forward or not? I hope it Maven part is clear to everyone.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. So let us see one more topic quickly. It is a very small topic, screenshots in Selenium. So first of all, let us see how to take. Let us say, okay, so here only I will going to use Maven. So when you will, if you want to take the screenshot, just you can create a normal Java project, right click and create one Java project. But here as well, if I want to, you can say, if I want to take the screenshot or do any function, I will going to use Maven only. Why? Because if I want to get any dependency related to the screenshot, I will just pull that from the Maven. So if I create, so right click new project, click the Maven project again. So let us create one more Maven project. So this time, let me name that tool. This is the template. Okay, you can go with this one for that from the testing point of view. This is the most common one, so go with this, no issue. And let me name that group ID as a demo. You can give any name, it's up to you. Demo, and then second is screenshot. This time I want my project name to be screenshot. So anyways, I have already told you, you can change the package name. So I want that this should be my package name. Okay, so finish it, and then one more Maven project will going to come here. So this is the, okay, so this is the pom.xml again. Okay, so if you have to take a screenshot, I have to open the browser, and if I have to open the browser, I need to use that Selenium dependency. So again, from the Maven repository, I will just paste the Maven, sorry, Selenium dependency first. So if I Selenium Java, okay, enter will not work here, I don't know why. So click on search and click this. Okay, so you can go with any one of them, but I feel that this, for me, actually I was working with one of the project earlier, but whenever I was trying to import the dependency from here, right, I was getting some kind of unnecessary error, right? So this is the reason I will not go with this one again. So I will go with this one. Okay, so you can go with this one as well, but let me go with this one as well. Okay, so that we should not get any kind of error. Okay, so let us go with this one. This is also the latest version, you can say, right? Most, it is also the latest, you can say. Okay, so anyways, so come to this, come to that pom.xml file, and inside this tag, okay, list that. So okay, let me do one before that. Let me create the class. So delete this, do not require it. Okay, it is the by default they are providing some class. So let me create a screenshot demo as the class name. SCREEN short demo. So yeah, this time I will working with the Java code only, so I will provide it like that. Okay, you can use testng annotation and create one method and try to run that, then also it will work. Okay, so here I am just going with this public static void main, so I can run it like a one Java class file. Okay, so inside that, let me do one thing first. Set the system property for the Chrome browser, because I have to invoke one website, then only I can take this note. So what is the key? Web driver Chrome load driver. So this is the key, and let us see in my machine. I think I am already having it down Chrome 32, right? So this is the, I think they are not executable file. They are okay. So let me do one thing. Click on right click and extract all. Okay, by mistake I did the scanning of that. So click on this extract. Replace the file because I'm already having it. Okay, no issue. So copy this path and provide the path here. After the path, provide the file name, which is from driver.txt. So this is the path, and after that I have to, what I have to do, I have to create one object of from driver equals to name. So you can see only one jar is present. This is my second project, only one jar file is present. Okay, but related to Selenium, you will see that you will not find the import statement here. Why? Because you do not have any dependency related to Selenium as of now. Okay, so this is the reason you will not see import statement here and here. So to do that, I will just copy that Selenium dependency from that Maven repository. This is how it is. It is very easy. Copy this and just place it here. Form.xml. Okay, so paste it here and press Ctrl save. After that, automatically you will see this, it has downloaded all the jar file, and once it has downloaded, this time I will going to get the import statement. So you can see import, and okay, after that I will open the website. So let me open driver.get. Let me open Amazon website. Okay, so what is the URL with HTTPS? So I think this is the one. Copy the path. I want to take the screenshot of this page. Okay, copy this. Okay, so after that we have to write some codes. Let us see. So to take the screenshot, what is the error? Put semicolon. Okay, so to take the screenshot of that Amazon website, okay, with the help of this, first we have to typecast. Okay, what I am saying, typecast driver object. So this is the driver object, which is driver 2. This is one interface. Okay, so this is one. So actually I'm just typecasting my driver object to take screenshot object. So once it will be typecasted, then it, our driver object will have the capability to take the screenshot. But before that I have to do some typecasting. So to do that, I will write, so this is my driver object, web driver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, enclose that this in the you can say, yeah, like that. Okay, let me do this. Before that I will write one interface. This is one interface, takes SCREEN short. Okay, sorry, as well as SCREEN. I think import. Okay, so it takes, I think it is fine. Okay, after that what I will do, place it like that. So by doing like that, our driver object, so why we are not getting any kind of, okay, so let us write the code first. Okay, if we do not get, then let us see. So there is one method which is get screenshot, SCREENSHOT. So how you want to get the screenshot? I want to get the screenshot in the form of file. I will write output type should be file, which is, that file can be PNG or JPG depending upon the, so this is the file. So you can see that I got that. Import this. Okay, take a screenshot and then, okay, so remove the T here, not required. Provide semicolon at the end. Okay, so what this step is doing, get a screenshot. So is the spelling is different, I am using incorrect, SCREEN short. Okay, small s will come here. This is the reason, small s. Okay, So this is what this line will do. First, I am typecasting my driver object to take a screenshot. So we have done the typecasting here. After that, there is one more method which is you will get, which is get screenshot s, and inside that method you have to provide how you want to get the screenshot. So I want the screenshot output in the form of the file, in the form of file. You can see I have written here I want the screenshot in the file output format. So if you get the screenshot, you have to cache that in the one variable here, okay, which is, suppose you can give any name. So if it is returning me one file after taking the screenshot, if it is returning me one screenshot file, so what should be the variable type? It should be of type file only. This is the reason I'm writing file and import that file. Okay, so you can see this is the class. Okay, I'm making that one variable src which is of type class, and this variable will going to hold our screenshot image. Okay, after that, once we get our you can say screenshot, I want that the screenshot should be present in my local directory. Okay, suppose I want my screenshot should be present in the downloads folder. So let us see what is the path. Okay, so we will see the path after that. So to copy that screenshot from this variable to our local path, how we can do? There is one method in Java. There is one method file utils dot copy file. So again, I think we are not going to get the, okay, so we are not going to get the dependency. Okay, so to get this class, I have to import one dependency, which is, come to this again. Okay, so if I type common hyphen IO, so that class is present inside this. Okay, once you will, okay, so you can go with the latest one, copy this. Okay, after copying, okay, so as of now you are seeing that I am not going to get any one import statement here, but when I, you can provide inside the dependencies tag control V and press control save. After that you will find we will get import package. You can see import file utils. So this is present inside commons IO, right? So this is the package, import that. After that there is one method which is copy the file. I want to copy the file. You can see from source to destination, from source file to destination. Here I will provide this variable. I want to copy the file from this variable to which one? This one. So provide the path of your local directory. So that I want my screenshot to be here. Okay, not here. Let us come to this. So what is the path? So copy this entire path. I want my screenshot to be here. This is the reason I am copying this, and just provide the path here, control V, and after that provide the file name. So suppose you can give any random name, it's up to you. So let me say screenshot Amazon. Okay, screenshot Amazon. So this is my file name. After that I will provide what should be the file name extension. Will be a JPG file? Will it be a JPG file, or will it be a .png file, right? So let me go with the PNG. I want that file in the form of PNG. So add throws declaration. Okay, so error is different. Copy the file. Okay, so before that I have to write one more thing. I have to create one file. So I am providing that statement. Inside that you have to pass the path. Then it will just create one more file. This time add throws declaration. Yeah, it will work fine. So what will happen? First we are getting our screenshot here in this variable. After that we are copying that our screenshot from this variable to our local path, which is, this is the local path. And you will see when I will run this, one file will be created if I try to run this. So as of now, if I come, no file is present, right, which is the screenshot file. But let us wait for that to finish. You will see one file. So it will, okay, I think it has already completed. Okay, so you can see this is the file created, okay, just now. If I open this, that will contain the screenshot. So it is taking longer time to load. You can see that it has just taken the screenshot. So is it clear to everyone? We got the screenshot. How we got the screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is one thing, but in the real time, okay, you do not have to actually in real time. What happens that you do not have to take the screenshot of this home page every time, right? So in the real time, what will happen? Suppose you come here, okay. So here, after with the help of Selenium code, you are validating. You are validating whether we are getting this text here here or not. So if you get this text, it will be fine, which means your website is working correct, okay. But if you do not find this text and suppose your test case got failed in this page, so then you have to take the screenshot, right? But here I am just telling you how to take the screenshot, right? So when we will work with the Selenium, sorry, with the framework topic at the end, okay, so there we will going to again use this same code, but here there we will only take the screenshot when our test case will fail, right? So there is no point of taking the screenshot if our test case is passing. So here as of now I am not discussing that thing, okay. So we are going to use some topic which is called listener interface in okay. So here I am not going to use this, okay. So here just understand that how to take the screenshot of a particular page, okay. So this is one thing, but there is one issue here. If I what is there is my file, okay, I think it is no. If I open this, you will see it is not capturing the entire page screenshot. It is just capturing whatever it is seeing. So it is just captured this screenshot. But if I want to get the screenshot of this whole page. So this is the whole page from here to here. Then how we can do that, right? So how we can do that? So to take the screenshot of the whole page, there is one API we have to use. Okay, API name is ashot. So this API will help us to take the screenshot of whole page. API will help to take a screenshot of whole page, okay. So is it clear to everyone? If we have to take the screenshot of whole page, we have to use this API. I will be telling you the code in a short while, no issue. Is it till now it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me write it here. So normal way I have already told you. Ashot
So
API will help.
Lakshmi here.
Sorry.
Lakshmi here.
Yeah.
So when you are saying the full screenshot, where you're going to use the new API, right? So I mean, coming to the project, secure projects, is it safe to use the different APIs? I mean, I understand if you are using this API, we'll get the screenshot, but how far is it safe to use the various APIs for secure projects? Like, for example, I'm working on one of the healthcare very secure data. So, is it safe?
Yeah, I think see Maven will take care of that, right? For the security purpose, you are depending on the Maven, so you are not just pasting that. So Maven will take care of that. So even if you can say that if I am using that Eclipse, so will it will be a secure browser or not? So you have to trust it anyway, right? So you can say that Maven will take care of that because this is one you can trust Maven, right? You can trust Maven. It is the official website, you can say. So you can trust Maven. So whatever the code you are doing that, it can be safe, right? Yeah, you can say it will be safe. No issue.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for interrupting.
No issue. Even if you get any doubt, then only okay. So no issue. You can interrupt me in between any time. No issue. So what I am trying to say, where I was, okay. If I want to take the screenshot, so what I am saying, if I want to take the screenshot of whole web page, Ashot API will help us. So to get the Ashot API, come to Chrome and say Ashot. yeah, like this. And you can see here, you will see this link and this link, right? So if I open this, then you will see that this is the dependency, okay? And if you open the second link as well, this is our second link, okay? This is also the one, this is also one. So I will suggest you to go with this second one, okay? Because I was getting some kind of issue when I was dealing with this one, right? So this is the second one link, okay? So this is the second link, and copy this. You can see the jar name as ashort. So copy this, and you will going to get all the features of that ashort API. So come to this, paste that inside the dependency tag, and after that, what you have to do, let us wait for that Maven to finish. Okay, so I think it has pulled all the dependency. So what is the error we are getting? Save it. Okay, error gone. So to use the ashort API, okay, how we have to do? We have to take the screenshot of whole web page, new ashort. Okay, so this is the object we are making, so import that. Okay, so capital S will come here, sorry for that. Import, okay, dot. Okay, so inside, when we have created the object, there is one method which is called shooting strategy. So okay, after that, inside that I will write one class. Okay, so I will be explaining you these methods in a short while. Shooting strategy, to use dot view for, yeah, it is the one. And as of now, let me provide 1000. So I will be talking about that, this in value here. Okay, what is this value? And after that, once we have written that, I will write take provide your driver object inside that method. So what is this line? And suppose I am catching that screenshot in this variable. Again, I will define that variable image. So what I have done, first I have created the object of this class. So you can see this is the class, okay? See, okay, so this is the class. Inside that there is one method which is called shooting strategy. So that will define one strategy. So this method will going to define one strategy, that how you are going to take the screenshot. So inside that method, I have to first define that class again, okay, shooting strategies, and inside that there is method which is called this. So what is the strategy we are defining in this method? This method is saying I will scroll down. I will scroll down while I will taking the screenshot. So it is saying once you will open the website for me, I will scroll down like this. Automatic, okay. Here I am doing it with the mouse. So automatic it will scroll down, and while scrolling down, I will take the screenshot as well in parallel. And when I will reach here, I will stop. Okay. So this is what this method is saying. This method, okay, will scroll down while shooting. And what is this value? So this 1000 is equal to 1000 millisecond, okay, so which is equal to 1 second. So if I provide 2000, equal to 2 seconds. So if I provide 1000 here, which is equal to 1 second, because 1000 millisecond equals to 1 second. So I will say this method will scroll down. If I provide 1000 millisecond, then the speed of scrolling will be more. It will scroll fast. Okay, it will scroll very fast if you provide 1000. But if you provide 5000, which is equal to 5 seconds here, so if I provide 7000, so what will happen? It will scroll down within an interval of 7 seconds. So suppose this is a website again, okay, any website. After 7 seconds, it will scroll. So if your website is taking longer to upload, longer to reload uh, uh, the contents which came to the bottom of the website, so then you can use the more time, right? So that once it will scroll, the content is already loaded. So okay, likewise in an interval of 7 seconds it will load. But if I provide one, again I am saying it will scroll within an interval of 1 second. So let me go with the 1000 as well here, okay. So what is this method? It will take the screenshot of whole page. So once you will scroll down, okay, it will scroll down to the bottom, it will capture the screenshot of whole page, okay. And this method is expecting our this object, this is our object, it is expecting. And once we will get the screenshot of whole web page, I have to catch that screenshot in that variable, okay. So what the variable type should be, okay, because we are having the whole screenshot of the web page. So I will write, there is one class, okay. So again I have written wrong, import, okay. So there is one import statement, so import this. So this class has the capability to hold the result of the screen capture, right? So this is the reason I am defining this variable of the type this class. So once you will get the screenshot here, again you can use the same thing, just copy that. So there is there is one class which is called image io dot write, I think it is write, okay, not this one, dot write the, I think it is, yeah, this one, okay. So here what I will do, first of all I will tell, I will write this variable here, okay, because this variable will have my complete web page screenshot, paste it. After that, what is the format, JPG or PNG? So let me go with you can say PNG, right? So if I want my file output in the form of PNG, then I can write that. And after that, in the output, I want to copy the file again, create one new file with the help of new keyword, new directory. So where I have to place that file. So let me go here, property. So there it is, yeah. So this is the path, copy the path and just place it here. Okay, so what is the error? I think it is clear. Save it again. Okay, so I think everyone is okay. So one thing I have done mistake here, okay. So likewise, okay, so do not see this. So this is different and this is different, but here if you want to get the image, extract the image from this, how you have to do, you have to use one method which is called get image, okay. So that will give you the actual image present inside that, okay. Once you will get the actual image, then you are just placing that image here, okay. And after that, downloads, I will write whole page, this is my file name, this is how. And after provide the PNG as well if you want to, okay. So if I try to run this time, let us see how it works. Let us see first whether it is working or not. So website open, so you can see that it has scrolling, it is scrolled again and again, and after that it will take the screenshot. So I think we reached to the bottom of the page, and I think that's it. So you can see terminated, which means this file is going to be created. So let us open this. Yeah, it is, you can see this is the uh, image, you can say 4.17 MB, size is quite long, quite okay. So here you can see with the help of this ashot API, we are able to get the whole page screenshot. So is it clear to everyone?
Sumit, since we went to commons and we have downloaded the jar file, right? I mean, automatically that file was downloaded, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So earlier in the classes, we do have, I mean, there is a scenario like we have added the jar.
Okay.
That way also add like this scenario as well.
Okay, so you are saying that right click and come to library, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometime back
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can
we
get,
have
you can
added
get.
the
If I open, you can write commons. You can do that way as well, but that will be tedious. You can see, you can see.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
let's say like this A chart is the single piece, right? So I mean, when somebody interview question, somebody is asking, we just need to show this. So at that point of time, if we have saved this, maybe working version 1.5.4, and we just have to add it in the same way, right?
I did not get a
Okay.
question. Can you repeat it again?
So, for example, currently this A chart, whatever I
Yeah.
mean, maybe let's say like it's an interview question.
Okay.
Somebody asks you to just try to create the screenshot.
Okay.
At that point of time, if I have already saved this particular jar file in my local,
Yeah.
can we add that, or do we need to do the same way?
So I will suggest you to
How
go
to?
with the Maven way.
Okay. Okay.
See, the reason why it is best, because you do not have to see what you have to do some extra step here, right? And suppose what will happen if I talk about the Selenium dependency. So okay, you can consider this as one. So if I this Apache Maven, so this is the one. Okay, not this one. So I think we have Selenium. Okay, so suppose these are the jar you have incorporated in your project, right? So suppose your company says that I want to use, do not want to use this jar, then I want to use some other Selenium jar version, right? So just you have to change the version here. If I open this, oh, okay, sorry. So if I want to, okay, if I want to your
Even
company,
maintenance is a purpose.
sorry, are you saying
Yeah,
something?
I mean, you're saying maintenance is the purpose.
Yeah,
We can go with the Maven version.
yeah,
Maintenance is easy, you're saying, right?
yeah, yes, yes, I am saying,
Sorry, am I not audible?
yeah, you
You're
are
saying
audible.
maintenance is easy, you're using Maven.
Yeah, yes, yes, I am saying yes. Hello.
Okay, that.
So this is self-explanatory. This is not. I am saying that maintenance is easy. You can see it from here, right? You do not have to every time if you give this whole project to some other person, he do not have to do the task of adding jar file in his project. Everything will be pulled with the help of these 5 lines, right? So this is how you can say if you work with Maven, then you will get that other person do not have to do the much work. And moreover, suppose your company says I want to, suppose there is some latest version of Selenium came, okay? So suppose if I open this Selenium Java, okay, so click on search. So if this is the version, right? So suppose like this, okay, so these kind of versions will keep on coming, okay? So suppose after 1 month you will see version 5. So in future your company says suppose I want to work on the latest version of Selenium, so just you have to change the you can say change the version number from here, right? So this is the only thing you need to change that time. You do not have to again search the Selenium latest jar files and place them in your project one by one. just to, just you have to copy that version and place it here, right? So this is how Maven is making very much easy for you to maintain and build your project. After that you can click on save. You can see that it will going to pull all the latest Selenium jars, right? So is it clear what is the, I can say, things Maven are providing us so that maintenance of our project is going to be very easy.
Yes, the
Okay, thank you, Lakshmi. So, okay, so this is the thing Maven is, and when you will work with framework, then you will going to see more that how Maven is helping us to build your framework as well. So, whatever the framework you will build in the upcoming section, that will be a part of Maven only, right? So that we do not have to again and again and I hope that many of you, when you are working with Selenium for the first time, so there you just pull the jar from that website and right click on project, and then just incorporate, just pasted all those jars in your project. So that time many people have told me that I was getting some kind of error here, okay? So but with, but if we do like that, right? So you will see that errors will also going to decrease, right? Because you are going to get only those files which are required for your project, right? Like this. So this is how, anyways, Maven will help you. Okay. So I hope it is clear to everyone.
Yes. So with one thing, like I am installing Maven project in my system.
Okay.
It's giving some archetype error, something. The archetype is not defined in something.
Okay. So actually, I'm having another batch lying up from 7 p.m. So
I post it on Classroom,
yeah,
okay?
after that second class, I will reply you, right?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. So Lakshmi was saying, right?
No, Mohit is there.
Okay. Sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, Mohit. Sure. Okay. So thank you everyone for attending today's session. We'll put the we'll put the recording.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lakshmi.